So flip to the back side if you don't mind. And just a little refresher on it. So we're doing something called completing the square to solve this. And the reason why we can't just take the square root of both sides is I have an x squared term and I also have an x term. So on this first problem, first thing I'm going to do is this. And let's just pause there, kind of reflect. Why do you think we're just moving that over? Well, honestly, it's because I have x's with everything else. The only thing without an x just kind of moves aside. And so when you complete the square, it's as simple as this. You move the term that does not have x attached to it to the opposite side. You move it over by either adding or subtracting it. In this case, we had to add it because there was already subtraction on the right side to move it over. All right. So, friends, again, the vocabulary I'm going to use is the exact same each time. Make yourself a set of parentheses. Still with me? As long as in front of x squared, it's just x squared and there's not another number. I mean, theoretically, there's a 1 in front of it, but we don't see it. I'm going to put an x right there. Okay. Whatever the sign between the x squared term and the x term is, what's the sign on this case between the x squared and the x? Subtraction. So it's going to be to this. And in that pink, I'm going to take half of my x term. What is half of 14? 7. Okay? Now, that's at this next step below. All right. So what is 7 squared? Or 7 times 7? 49. So this is going to be a plus 49 here. And if I add 49 to the left side, I have to add 49 to the right side. Now, I am not done with this problem yet. I just want to kind of go back over what we're really doing on this problem. Okay? So the very first step, every time when you have x squared alone, it's just x squared, you're going to move this term here. This is actually called the constant. A constant in math is a number that doesn't have a letter attached to it. Okay? So you move your constant over by doing the opposite math operations. In this case, we had a minus, so we have to add. So it moves to the other side. So the green is how the original problem would have been kind of set, just manipulating things around. You then put up a pair of parentheses. X squared turns to x down here. This sign here always matches. This is a plus sign. This would be a plus here. You take half of the 14, or half of what's in front of x, goes there. Square it and make sure you add it to both sides. So this x minus 7 quantity squared is the same thing as x minus 7, x minus 7. And if you multiply the x minus 7 and x minus 7 together by using FOIL or double distribute, it would work out to x squared minus 14x plus 49. Okay. Do we feel somewhat comfortable? And again, we're going to use the same vocabulary over and over on this. Okay? And I do that on purpose. I don't try and change it. So what do you think the next step on this problem would be? What logically sticks out to you? Yeah, 31 plus 49, which is going to give me 80. Okay? Now here comes our infamous. Now that we have a quantity squared equals a number, we're ready to go root. We don't want to forget the plus minus. Okay? Now put up here, we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, and 144. Okay? So those are our first 12 perfect squares. All right. So we are kind of ready to rock and roll, but we have to think about this. Okay? Which one of these numbers, what's the biggest one of these numbers times another number that would give me 80? What do you think? $80 falls right here. So can I go 64 times the number to give me 80? Can I go 49 times the number? No. 36 times the number? 36 times 272, that's not going to work. 25 times the number? 16 times the number? 16 times what, you know? 5, yeah. 16 times 5. So I took the square root, so I don't even have to put my parenthesis. So I'm going to get x minus 7 because I took the square root. And then root 80 broke up to 16 times 5. So the square root of 16 is 4. So I get 4 root 5. Don't forget the plus minus. What's my last step? Good. Add 7. And that is my exact answer. Okay. So let's, where you at? When I did what? Well, I want to get x by itself. And because it's x minus 7, I need to go plus 7 to both sides. So this needs to move over to the right. Because I want x all by itself.
But like when you add 7 to the 4 squared.
Yeah. So it's just 7 plus or minus 4 root 5. Or 7 plus 4 root 5 and 7 minus 4.
So you don't necessarily add it.
Yeah, you just keep it just like that. That's called a complex answer. It's totally fine to use. Okay, a complex answer is just basically defined as a number added or subtracted with a square root. That's all it means. Okay? All right. So let's think about number 16. Number 16. Okay, looking at our last number 15, what does it seem like the very first step is for us on this problem? Yeah, subtract 15 from both sides. Okay, so then I'm going to get x squared plus 8x, leave a space, minus 15. Solid? Same idea that we did on the last one? All right, I'm going to create myself a set of parentheses. I'm going to do an x. What goes next to x? Positive or negative in this case? It's positive. Because this sign right here is positive, it's going to be positive here. All right, half of 8 is what? 4. What is 4 squared? How much? 16. So if I add 16 to the left side, I have to add 16 to the right side. So x plus 4 quantity squared is the same thing as x plus 4 times x plus 4. If I multiplied x plus 4 times x plus 4, I FOILed it out, I'd get x squared plus 8x plus 16. All right, do the math. Negative 15 added to 16 is 1. Okay. Well, this one might work out really well. Ready to root. Don't forget. Plus minus. What's the square root of 1?
1.
So I have positive negative 1 on the right side. Subtract 4. Now, this one's actually going to work out. This one no longer has any square roots as part of the answer because when I took the square root, it was a perfect square. So I'm going to go negative 4 plus 1 and negative 4 minus 1. So negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. And I also get negative 4 minus 1, which is negative 5. Those are my two answers. But why did the last one have a radical there? Okay? The reason why the last one had a radical there was I didn't have a perfect square. You following what we're doing? It's my turn, sir. I marked everyone absent, right? I didn't. All right. Can we keep going, my friends? We good? Sure. Yes.
No, how about you?
That's when you come back. When you come back, he wants you. All right. Let's move down a little bit. A whole bunch of people wander. All right. So, based on what we did on the last problems, what does it look like maybe I should do on this problem? What does it look like I should start out with? Subtracting 81, yeah. All right. So those cancel. So I'm going to get x squared minus 18x. I'm going to leave myself a space. And I believe that comes out to negative 30. What do you think? No? Yes? No, I'm off. Grab myself a calculator because I can't do math right now. Don't know why. Maybe having a little mental breakdown or something. All right, so 49 minus 81. So I get negative 32. All right. What's my next step based on what I had done up above? Yeah, so I'm going to do x. What's the sign going to be? Half of 18? What is 9 squared? 9 times 9. If I add 81 here, I add 81 here. So that's going to give me negative 32 plus 81 is 49. Hey, what's special about 49? It's perfect square. So I'm ready to go root. Root, plus minus. X minus 9 equals plus or minus square root of 49. Square root of 49. Cool. All right. Hey, this one worked out well because, again, I had a perfect square that worked out. So that's a nice problem. Last step. Add 9. All right, so I'm going to get 9 plus 7 and 9 minus 7. So 9 plus 7 is 16. And 9 minus 7 is 2. There's my two answers. Again, this one worked out really well because when we took the square root of both sides, we had a perfect square. So it worked out nicely. 18. Start me out on it. Subtract 9. So I get x squared plus 6x equals 18 minus 9 is 9. Okay, ready for the parentheses. What goes inside the parentheses, anybody? So x plus 3, so half of 6, correct? 3 squared is, so if I add 9, I add 9. I gotta get to there. I'm ready to do what? Root. Don't forget. Plus minus. All right. Root 18 breaks down to which one of these numbers times something else? 9 times 2. What's the square root of 9? So I get 3 root 2. Okay, last step. Subtract 3. So this one's going to have one of those obscure answers, kind of a complex answer. So negative 3 plus or minus 3 root 2. A-okay? Everyone following? Have I tried today to use the same terminology for each problem? Like this one, I'm not going to get to the next one going, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just forget about this. It's like, no. I'm going to do it the same way. Talk to me, number 19. What should I do? Subtract 9. So I get x squared minus 8x, leave a space, minus 9. What goes in my parentheses?
X minus 4.
Very good, x minus 4. Half of 8 is 4. The minus sign comes along for the ride. It follows it right down. What is 4 squared? 4 times 4 is 16. So if I add 16 here, I have to add 16 here. So negative 9 plus 16 is 7. We're ready to do what? Root, plus minus. So I'm going to get x minus 4 equals plus or minus root 7. Does root 7 break down to any of these? Nope, I can't break it down. I mean, I could go 1 times 7, but that doesn't help me. All right, last step. Add 4. So there's my answer. And again, that is an exact answer. 20, what do we do? Add 28. It's a negative 28, so do the opposite. Right? 28. Negative 28. On number 20, right? Number 20? Right. All right. That cancels out. So I'm going to get x squared plus 8x. Leave a space equals 28. What goes in my parentheses below? X plus 4. 4 squared is what? 4 times 4 is 16. Add 16 to both sides. Okay? Combine 28 and 16 together. So I'm going to get 47. No. Stir up. 6 plus 8 is what? 14. So 44. Is that right? This is a 16 right here. All right. Ready? Root. Don't forget plus minus. Take root 44. Which one of these numbers breaks down? Which one of those numbers breaks down times something else? What? 411. How far can I go? Hopefully we go far. Yeah. Yeah. All right, gave me a little bit more space. All right. 4 and 11, you said? What's the square root of 4? So that becomes 2 root 11. Agree? Last step. Subtract 4. Good. So there it is. Is it starting to sink in a little bit for a Friday, for a snowy Friday? All right. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through so you have the notes on this. Agree? Agree? Agree with this one? Does that come out to 49 minus 23? 26, right? Root. Don't forget plus minus. Hey, does root 26 break down to one of those numbers? And you don't have that many. 36 won't work. 25 won't work. 16 doesn't work. 4 doesn't work. 9 doesn't work. I think that's going to stay just as that. So I'm going to get this. Last step. Add 7. Agree? I'm just going to start the next one. Keep up with it. Stop me if there's something that you're like, do. Agree? One squared's what? 1 squared is just 1, isn't it? Root, don't forget plus minus. Root 20 breaks down to which one of those numbers times something else? Yo. What does root 20 break down to? Using those.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Good. Square root of 4 is 2. So I get plus or minus 2 root 5. Subtract 1. Again, have I done all these problems the same way? Going the same terminology? Cool. I mean, these are the last two? Really? Did we really get there? We're good? Oh, hang on. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. There we go. All right. Talk to me. You guys tell me through it. Plus 44. I like it. What's next? X plus 2, because you take half of that middle term. What's 2 squared? 4. Add 4 to both sides. 4 plus 44 is 48. Better? Sorry about that. All right. Root. Don't forget. Good. All right. 48 is always the tricky one. Which one of those numbers, what's the biggest one of those numbers over there, the perfect squares that goes into 48? 16. Muy bien. Okay. This breaks down to 16 times 3. Now, some of you are going to look at it saying, why isn't 4 times 12 work? 4 and 12 do indeed work, but 16 is the biggest perfect square. So the biggest perfect square, 16 square root of 16 is what? 4. Then I'm going to go minus 2, minus 2. This becomes one of those complex answers, right? All right, how are we feeling, friends? Jaden, you good? Jeffrey, you doing all right? Okay. Last step. 1, 2, 3. Jeffrey, give me a number from 1 to 14. 2? 1, 2. Graham, you're up. What's my first step on number 24? Almost. Number 24, yeah. It's already subtracted 47, so what's the opposite of that? Yep, good. Graham, give me a number from 1 to 14. 1 to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anna, what's next? Little hints up on the board. Little hint on the board. It's in pink. Huh? Half of 6? What's half of 6? 3. And the minus sign follows it along, right? All right. Anna, number 1 to 14. Addie, what is 3 squared? Should I add it to both sides or just one side? Very good. Addie, 1 to 14. 14. Crystal, what is 47 and 9 added together? 56. Crystal, 1 to 14. 6. Sam, what's our famous step? What is it? We've been saying it for so many times. Root. Hey, Sam, when you do root, what don't you want to forget? There you go. So then I get this. Plus, minus. All right. Root 56. Root 56. Luma. 56 is which one of those blue numbers times something else? What do you think? Jaden, help her out. Yeah, 56. Yeah. Yeah, which one of those blue numbers times something else would give me 56? You got it.
7 and 8.
I don't know if 16 works. Yeah, 4 and 14. Very good. Cool. All right, square root of 4. Y'all shout out. 2. So I get 2 root 14. Agree? And the very last step, shout out. At 3. There it is. Friends, this sheet will be due on Monday. Okay, and the reason I'm wanting you to have it is basically this is what you took your notes on. Agree? Okay, root. All right, this next worksheet that's coming out to you guys is your assignment, but I'm not assigning it all. I have to look at it in a second. So let me get it passed out first. Yeah. Atta boy. Right. All right, this is worksheet 8.8. Agree? Did everyone get one? Did I forget anybody? All right. So on worksheet 8.8, which is what I just gave you, agree? Let's have you do 11 through 18. So it's the back page only. Deal? Yeah. Deal? It's just the back side. Don't focus on the front side. Just hit the back side. Deal?